Whew. All right, do we want to shut this door right here? Or are people going to be coming in and out?
Yeah, they'll probably come in and out.
No worries, no worries. That's totally fine. All right, hi everybody. My name is Cheyenne Crawford. Thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you. I see a lot of faces I haven't seen in here, but a few people I know I work with already, our team does. As the email said, we're going to be talking about video this morning, but as I got to making this presentation, I realized that video is just a drop in the bucket of all the content that you guys can use for your businesses to get more clients, get more visibility. So I made it a little broader, and we're going to talk about content marketing. This is the first time I have done any kind of presentation in like years, y'all, so bear with me. I have some good stuff for you today, though. All right. Chase, are you recording? All right, and also I am recording this so you guys can reference back to this in the future. I'll email it over so you guys can all reference that. And I will have a section for questions, but I want this to be really conversational. So as your questions come, please feel free to just raise your hand and we'll talk about it. So to just give you a 10,000-foot view of what we're going to talk about, I'm going to give you a really brief introduction to who we are, our team, what we do, and then we're going to get into the meat of it. So we're going to start with some creative content strategies that you might not be using right now in your business. It's going to be in depth. It's not going to be your beginning stuff like post at this time, post every day. We're going to talk about some nitty-gritty actual details that you can start doing that's going to make you stand out from other agents on whatever platforms that you'd like to use. Then we're going to talk about what everybody came for, the video marketing portion of it. It's a really hot topic in real estate right now. I know the digital landscape has just really overtaken everything in nearly every industry. So real estate is not the same as it was 5 years ago, nor is my industry, nor is any other. We're all really having to lean on this content marketing. So video is the most powerful tool at your disposal right now. So we're going to talk about all the questions that you're dying to know. We will get into the nitty-gritty on when is the best time to post, how often you should post, but we're also going to talk about what kinds of videos there are, what's going to be best for you. All right, so this is our team, obviously me. Chase back there is one of our photographers and my fiance, and then we also work with my mother-in-law, Kate. Maybe some of you guys have met her. She is an Atlanta Communities licensed agent, but she got into this about 15 years ago when she decided that being an agent was not really her thing. She loved to take the photos. So she is kind of the brainchild, this is the brainchild of hers, and we are standing here today because of her. She's out running appointments currently, so she couldn't join us this morning, but anytime that you guys work with us, it will be one of us three. The really nice benefit is we are all specialized in our different fields. So we're all photographers, so we give you the soonest availability possible. We, right now, currently are always able to get you in the same week. We have a broad range between the three of us, so we cover all the way out past Cartersville over to Bremen. I go and cover a lot of the in-town, Fulton County, DeKalb County properties. Kate is very located, centralized to Cobb County, but she also covers Cherokee, Paulding, all that good stuff. So we maintain pretty good availability because we have a big enough team to handle you guys, but also you really get that nice small business family feel with us too. So you get the advantage that you might get with a big box company as far as availability goes, but you get that really personalized experience for your brand, which I think that's really important. The vendors that you work with, we are very client facing, so anything that we do reflects on you and your business. So you want the best people representing you, especially something that's like you're in their house, you know? So, Chase is our Matterport specialist. We all do photography, like I said. I'm our lead videographer. I also cover our event and lifestyle photography, and we'll get into that some more. But because we're all specialized, we're also able to accommodate, say you have a listing that needs everything, like you need video, you need photo, you need drone, you need Matterport, and your clients don't have all day to do all of those things. And you don't have the bandwidth to go and find one person that does this, one person that does that, and work around their schedule. We're able to come in and work together to get all of those services done at once. So even if you have a full package like that, we can typically be in and out of there within a couple of hours, which is super convenient for your clients. All right, and our philosophy is beyond just what goes on the MLS. A lot of real estate photographers say, oh, our photos are gonna help you sell the listing faster. We say that our photos are gonna do that, and they're gonna help sell you as an agent. I think that is a lot more important, and what we're gonna touch on today over and over is that every listing is an opportunity to strengthen your brand image and your brand experience. So for every time that you can sell a house and provide a stellar experience for your sellers, that's referral opportunities for you. Every time that you can sell a house and get beautiful, amazing content, you can use that stuff over and over and over again. And we're gonna talk about some different things that you can do to use that content in different ways. Our mission is to create such beautiful media that it doesn't just go on the MLS. It goes on your social media. It goes on your website. It goes on your Google My Business, and it serves you well after closing day. So last slide about us. This is all the services that we offer. We are a full suite media service provider. We're gonna offer you that photography twilight as well. Cinematic and short form video tours. So we do all the different kinds of videos that you would need for your brand as a real estate agent. Drone, we have licensed Part 107 pilots, insured as well, and drone is included with all of your video packages. We offer Matterport and floor plan services. I personally think Matterport is really cool. People love it or hate it, but it is one of those tools that you can use to make your seller feel extra taken care of, especially as the market is shifting and we are seeing days on market increase. It's just another box that you can check and go to your sellers. This is why I stand out and my marketing budget is better than any other agent that you can hire. We also offer virtual staging and digital decluttering. So on both sides of the spectrum, say you have a really nice, totally vacant listing, we love those, but you wanna make it stand out online, we have one of the best virtual stagers that I have found, hands down. And not to toot my own horn, but of all the virtual staging that I've seen on Zillow and MLS, we have some of the best and the most realistic. So it really does stop that scroll for buyers. We also offer, on the other side, say you have a distress listing. Say it's piled high to the ceiling with junk. I have had houses that I went in and it's kind of a hoarder situation. And you want to be able to show to potential investors what this space could look like. You want to give the property a chance to show its best. For that, we offer digital decluttering services that can wipe it clean. So something that's a room full of junk, we can wipe it totally empty. And then also branding and lifestyle and event photography. I'll have a slide to touch on that in a minute. Would you grab me a water? Thank you so much. All right. By the way, every single image that you see on this presentation is from the HomeStar team, video as well. So let's get into it. We're going to talk about some concrete and creative content strategies that you can use to build your brand and win more listings. All right, the number one thing that I see as a real estate photographer is that people do not leverage their photos enough. You're already gonna make the investment. Sellers expect it, you're gonna pay for it, but it serves you so much more than just on the MLS. I wanna show you guys some ways that you can maximize your photography investment. Next slide, I'm gonna show you a few examples. But I want you to be thinking about how could you use your listing photos on your website? Are you posting your listing photos to Google My Business? These photos don't have to have an expiration date on them. Once you purchase a service from us, you have a license to use it indefinitely for your business. So I want to see you get the absolute most that you can out of your listing photos. Google My Business is big, by the way. I would say if you don't have a Google My Business account, this is kind of a sidebar, I would highly encourage you to start making one. You have a home office, put your home office address on there. Start building that digital footprint now, because every day that you wait, you are facing more competition. Google My Business is the best way to start getting pushed up further in the search engine results. And it partners with YouTube, and I'll get into that in a little bit about the video presentation. So here are some different examples of how you could use your listing photos. This top right, this is kind of like your normal just listed posts. How often do we see it? All right, my feed is full of realtors. All I follow is realtors. So I can't tell you how many just listed, just sold, just closed, under contract posts I see every single day. Obviously, your average client, no, they're not going to be following that many realtors. They may follow 2, 3, maybe as many as 10 if they just like realtors. But those posts just don't do anything for your audience. They just see it and they scroll right by. So you want something that's going to stop the scroll, stop them and get them reading, interacting with your content that actually helps them and brings them value. Those just listed posts where you just put a photo of your listing up and say nothing about it, what does that really do for your client unless they are actively buying in that area and in that price range? So this one I thought was a really interesting example, and it doesn't have to be time constrained. This one is a market update from a recent listing photo that I took just to stop the scroll, to get them to look at that picture, and then beneath it they say describe the seller's market in a couple of sentences, describe it for the buyers. And that way you're getting them to look at some of your branding collateral, but you're also getting them to read and interact and learn something from you and continue to establish that expertise that you have in their minds. The second one over, that is a story post. So who here is leveraging Facebook or Instagram stories? Okay, we gotta get those numbers up. All right, we really gotta. So if you are not posting to stories, that is the number one action item I would recommend for you to leave with today. Stories are the best way that you can reach your audience on a daily basis. When you go into Facebook or Instagram, what is the first thing that you see at the very top now? Stories. Some people only watch stories. And God knows that with the Facebook and Instagram algorithm, you never know if your feed posts are ever even going to get served up to them. Stories are a way that you can start training the algorithm that every time somebody watches your story, every time somebody likes or interacts with your story, they feed back to the algorithm, oh, they like interacting with this person. I'm going to keep showing their content every single day. So you could do something simple like this if you are batching content, which is a whole other subject in itself. But if you just need something to put on your stories every day to get in the habit of doing it, there are a million of these nice little templates on Canva, and you just drop one of your photos onto the background. This was just a little quote. Hopefully it'll get somebody to stop scrolling and read it, and that'll tell the algorithm, hey, they spent 3, 4, 5 seconds on this person's content when they kept scrolling through everybody else. So maybe we should show them more of Morgan on their feed.
I'd like more Morgan on my feed. I don't know.
See, my feed is trained to get Morgan's stuff, so I see Morgan's stuff on a daily basis. Exactly. So it starts building this little online record, and this is the creepy part of it all, but underneath every bit of it is this algorithm keeping track of who you interact with, who do you watch, who are you a confused hater with, like, who are you stalking on a regular basis, like, I can't stand that person, but you keep interacting. So then your top right here that's just a postcard mailer, a pretty one I thought. And on the flip side of this was some details about the transaction. And say you're farming a neighborhood, this is a really great way to use your listing photos again. Take the highlights, take the very best selling points, and send out a mailer to whatever neighborhoods that you'd like to sell in. Anytime you sell something in that neighborhood, it's an opportunity to make touches with every other person in that neighborhood. Hey, I'm the real estate agent that sells in this neighborhood. I'm the realtor that you want to come to when you are ready to list your house in this neighborhood because I'm the expert. All right, and then go down one here. This is a website banner and a Facebook cover, very wide, very skinny, and just place some photos on there. You have an archive of photos, especially with our system, which I'll show you guys in a few minutes. You have all these photos in one place. Pick your favorites. Start using them here and there, you know? I don't know, does anybody here use something like Coffee and Contracts, a content system where they give you pre-made content every month? You were using those. Well, something like that, people are using the same stock imagery over and over. So these are just more touch points for you to be planting seeds in your viewer's mind. This is the kind of listing that I represent. This is the kind of business that I do. And it just makes that connection further and further with your audience. And then the last thing, this is actually a really cute hand-painted watercolor client gift that one of my realtors gave of one of my listing photos. So you could do it on the buy side as well as a closing gift. You might have to ask permission sometimes if it's a buyer. But it's just a really nice memento, another way to use that photo in a creative way that's going to leave an impression in that client's mind. All right, branding photos. This is one of my favorite things to talk about. A lot of coaches are saying right now, you need to get your face on camera. You need to get your face out there. And it is really important, especially as we see each other less and less in person and see each other more and more online. You've got to get your face out there to start building that bond with your people. I know not everybody is that comfortable being on video. I'm not that comfortable myself. So this is a really great way to get started and a really great way in and of itself to start putting yourself out there and presenting yourself in a professional way, but that is also fun. It always gets really nice engagement, and it's always really nice to get the compliments when you post an awesome photo of yourself. But it's just another way to stay top of mind with your clients. Like, hey, here's me, here's my face, I'm a person, and I just so happen to be a person that has expertise in real estate. So think about me when you're ready to make that decision. It's also really nice too, because I feel like it's hard to feel confident showing up online for all of us. I mean, that's what the internet does, right? Is it makes us compare, and it makes us look at other people and say, oh, what am I not doing? So it helps you to start building an online presence that you can be proud of and that's really reflective of you, so you can feel confident and empowered instead of feeling like, oh, I don't know if I should post this. I haven't posted in like 2 months. Like, what am I gonna post? Stuff like that. It eliminates that problem of like, what am I gonna post? And it gets you out there without being salesy. So I just wanted to share some examples. These are all clients that I have worked with on branding photography and different ways that they have used their photos. So of course you can just post your photo on your feed, but you can also use things like this to add a little more information to these photos. So as you see Nikki at the top, she did a get to know me just to let her audience know a little bit more about her. This is at the top middle, kind of your typical like, oh, hey, this is what I sold, but at least it has that personal touch of here's your face. Top right, John, he just added a quote and his broker logo. The client testimonial at the bottom left, she just threw that in the image holder, but it's not just about her. That picture might stop your scroll, but if you read that client testimonial, we all know testimonials are worth their weight in gold. Samantha right here, she's a mortgage professional, but real estate adjacent, and I thought that that was a really nice way to use it. Just a thank you for your referrals kind of post with her in there. And then here with Jeff, that was a really nice like second kitchen with a really nice entertaining space. So it was kind of a call to action like, hey, are you not happy with your current space? We can change that.
Question about the branding photos.
Yeah.
Do you do them while the pictures are being taken of the house, or do you, like, how does that work?
I love that you asked that because yes, a lot of these, so you'll see these three right here, these four right here on the left, these were all done in my studio just because I did run a special for that. But I have done a lot of work with agents at their listing. You just got to come prepared. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Like, I feel like a lot of agents feel awkward if their sellers are there, like, oh, I'm just taking pictures in your house. But if you could get the sellers out of the house, I love that as an opportunity because it is so genuine, so authentic. Like, you can go post that photo tomorrow and be like, look at me in this bomb-ass listing that I'm about to put on the market. So yes, I do that. This one was at a new construction, so that was actively being sold. He wasn't the listing agent, but it was an opportunity like that. Also too, if you have colleagues that are cool, like if you got other people in the brokerage, you really like their listing, like maybe be like, hey, can we go in on a session together at your listing? I definitely recommend staged listings if you are thinking about doing a branding session. I maintain a studio that has some nice living scenes. It's in downtown Woodstock. It's really nice, but I do those for agents that are batching content every single month. So it's a volume game. If you're really starting out just building your content library of yourself, I do recommend the personal touch of having your listing or your house or something where nobody else has been photographed. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Cool.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Can you come stage and decorate our house?
All right, this is also something, I feel like this is the coolest idea ever. I have seen so few people leverage this, but I think it just has, it's something about it. It's good for the algorithm, it's good for your business, it's getting in your client touches, and that is client appreciation events. Has anybody done a client appreciation event this year or is planning to do one for the holidays?
Santa every year.
Santa events are the bomb, all right? Because it kills like 3 birds with 1 stone. You're getting content, you're getting client touches, and then, exactly. So then you're getting referrals, you're getting this traffic online. It's gold. There's several ideas right here. Santa booths, you can't go wrong with. This year, you might be a touch late. If you started planning tomorrow, you could probably put something together. One of my favorite, this one was at Quilusi Vineyards. Somebody had rented out this space and had all their clients come out. But Mayberry Acres too, awesome spot. I don't know, has anybody ever been there? It's over in Woodstock. You've probably seen it on Instagram or Facebook. They have really nice backdrops, but yeah, highly recommend. I think it's a great bang for your buck. You're going to get the people out. It's going to be really nice to see and squeeze everybody. And then you're going to have that amazing follow-up like, hey, like, I'm going to send you these photos, tag me, or bonus points if you make a private Facebook group or you just post it to your Facebook business page and you're just pushing all that traffic there. Because people have this selfish motive. They come because they want their photos. So photo booths with Santa are really nice because everybody needs holiday photos, and if you're a realtor that can provide that to them for little or no cost, it's just another thing that you can do to keep touching and interacting and taking care of your clients. Also here, this was really interesting. We did a puppy day in the park, so we did like a dog photo booth. So this was at Swift Cantrell down in is that Kennesaw? Ackworth? And everybody brought out their dogs and they cooked out, and we took photos with people and their dogs and the dogs by themselves, and it was a big hit. So you can get really creative with these things. I do recommend you keep some kind of a photo booth element. And then, but here on the bottom left, that was a client appreciation event. Gina, who is not Atlanta Communities anymore. Sorry. But she had an event in downtown Dallas. They had a concert and a bunch of clients came out, and that was not a photo booth event. These were just candids. We go around, we take pictures with everybody smiling, that kind of stuff, and it was still really effective marketing for her. All right, what you came for, the video marketing. What to create, why, and the where, when, and how to post your real estate videos. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna let this. Oh, rats. Well, I would love for y'all to see, this was a beautiful video that was of Carol's listing. What is that neighborhood's name? Waterside? But it's not cooperating. All right, so there is not just a category broad real estate videos. You can get really into the weeds and the details with them. But I wanted to break it up into bite-sized pieces so that you could kind of visualize what you're going to use for what. So the things that we can help with, we do the cinematic property and location videos. So that's either your listing tours and walkthroughs, or you could also do it like of a city highlight. So say you wanted to highlight Cartersville downtown. These are short form. They're typically 2.5 minutes or less. We all know people's attention spans are very short, so I'm not trying to get into anything longer than that when we're trying to sell a listing and brand you guys, or we're just trying to keep their attention there. They're classic, they're time tested, they work every time. They're straightforward, they can be a little bit dry, but they're amazing evergreen content. So anytime you're getting a video, I highly recommend you put it as many places as possible. Do not just post it to MLS and say, I'm done with it. We all know we get busy, we don't have time to post it, and before we know it, it's under contract. Good problem to have, but these videos, you're investing in them, so you might as well get the most that you can out of it. So when you get a listing video, my biggest suggestion is that you post it on YouTube, you post it on Google My Business, you post it on your personal Facebook page, you post it on your business Facebook page, you post it on your Instagram feed, and then you repost it to your stories. You can even do LinkedIn if you're extra, and there's not a lot of competition on LinkedIn, but I'm not going to talk about that today because that is not my area of expertise. And I know some of you may be thinking, I don't have any YouTube presence, I don't have a YouTube channel. Well, that's why it's really great to start dripping in these videos as you make them, because you're starting to build that history. You don't have to be a full-time YouTuber. You don't have to have 1,000 subscribers or more on YouTube to start building a presence. Like I said, every day that you let pass by is just another day that there's more competition on the web space. So you start training these algorithms like on YouTube, using the right keywords, and your videos will start popping up, and then your channel will start popping up. And when you are ready to start doubling down, doing yourself on camera, doing longer form videos, serves the purpose. I told you I was going to talk about YouTube and Google My Business. Who all has a Google My Business page? Okay, good, thank you. Good, that's very important. Not a lot of people, I'm very surprised a lot of agents don't. So that's just, you Google your name, it should pop up with a little widget to the right side of Google. YouTube and Google are the same thing. They own each other. I don't know what I'm trying to express. So every time that you post to YouTube, you're giving points to Google My Business too. So people pay really, really good money to be the top search on Google. What would you pay to be the top search on real estate agent in Cartersville, Georgia? We know the Mark Spains of the world and stuff like that. They have those paid for ad spots, but with YouTube, you can, for free, start pushing up your search engine optimization so that you're showing up higher and higher in search results to the first page of Google when people look up real estate agent in Cartersville. So that is the big benefit of posting to YouTube and Google My Business, is because you're going to increase your search rankings. Vertical and short form portrait style videos, aka TikTok, aka Instagram Reels, aka the bane of most of our existences. Every major platform is currently doubling down on these vertical videos because they work. People's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, and they like to scroll. They like to get their little hit of dopamine and keep on moving. So, unfortunately for us, that means we've got to start making them if we want to stay at the cutting edge of our businesses and of our market. This bite-sized form of content is very heavily rewarded and favored on every platform, including YouTube now. So just like you're posting your longer form videos to YouTube and horizontal, you can also post your vertical videos to YouTube Shorts. You can potentially even get paid because there's so little competition on YouTube Shorts that they are paying people to make those posts. TikTok, I'll talk about Instagram versus TikTok in a minute. It is a hot topic right now in real estate. I'm sure we all know some real estate influencers that are big on TikTok. I will warn you against that, but we're gonna go in a couple of slides and talk about that. Last thing is the longer form video projects. That's something that is gonna be highly catered to your individual business needs. That can range from you answering questions about the pre-approval process, you answering questions about getting from contract to close, whatever it needs to be. It's based on scaling yourself, answering these questions that you hear over and over and over again. So the next time somebody asks you it, you can send them a video you already made. Or if somebody's looking online, they can find you and they're already pre-qualified, already looking in your area, already looking for the answers to these questions. That's a cool thing about YouTube too. I'm getting a little out in the weeds, y'all. All right, so your cinematic video tours. I think this is becoming one of the new standards for listing marketing. Professional photography has been the standard for quite a while, but as the market continues to change, sellers are gonna ask more and more, what can you do for me? What are you not doing that other agents are doing to market competing listings? But the benefit is it's beyond just marketing the listing itself. It's going to communicate more value when you go to the listing presentation and you have these examples to show, hey, this is the kind of marketing that I do on my listings. I have the best videographer in and around Atlanta that I'm going to have come in and shoot and photograph your listing in the best possible light. And that's just another competitive edge that you can establish. Then also you're using these videos, like I said, to leave that breadcrumb trail on these different platforms. I would love to get this to play for y'all. All right, short form vertical videos. So TikToks, Reels, YouTube Shorts. I would say that this medium is the best startup fast tactic if you want to start building your audience on social media. But what I will say is that this is a very top of funnel strategy. So I know realtors watch other realtors a lot, and we see a lot of agents putting out stuff right now just to put it out, just because they're being told that they're supposed to put out vertical videos. So they're dancing, they're doing voiceovers, they're doing the point, and the weird stuff that everybody looks at and they're like, you're making a fool of yourself. I don't want to make any fools out of anybody. But what I want to say about these vertical videos is they are a short-term solution to get a lot of views, but they're a very top of funnel strategy. So all you're really going to recoup from that time and money investment in those really easy little dancing, pointing kind of videos is you're just going to increase brand awareness at best. You're going to reach new people, you're going to reach new audiences, you're going to get pushed out to new people by the algorithm. But I don't see a lot of long-term return on investment with the agents that I see doing that. However, I will say it is very fun. You can get very creative. People do have some success if you have a very targeted strategy. I think it is a really great way for listing videos to get eyes on a listing. With every horizontal video that I do, I offer an add-on option to add a vertical video. And it's like a preview. You put it on your Instagram, you put it on Facebook, you put it on TikTok even if you like that kind of thing. And you drive traffic to maybe your listing website, your YouTube, to go watch the longer form video. But that way you're hitting every mark to get the most eyes possible, because the vertical videos are what's getting pushed up on the feed the most. I mean, it's just a fact. It's unfortunate. Your feed posts, you're just static carousel posts, just photos, they are getting deprioritized in comparison to all of these vertical videos. So it is a really great tactic to make sure that you're staying at the top of your clients' feeds. What it is not, it's not evergreen. It's not one of those things, and when I say evergreen, I mean it's a piece of content that can stay there forever and continue to give value. That can stay there forever and people can watch it 5 years down the road and it won't be very dated and it will be applicable to them at that time. These vertical videos, they are not evergreen in my opinion. Even the most successful real estate influencers, what do they have to do? They have to constantly release new content and it never ends. So you get kind of caught in that cycle by being dependent on vertical video. So I say all this because I want to debunk the pressure right now that's being put on real estate agents that I have to be a TikTok star. I have to be going viral on Instagram. That stuff works for other sectors of business, but we are working in very hyper-local environments, which I'm going to talk about on the next slide. So I want to talk about Instagram Reels versus TikTok. So a lot of people think that you should be showing up on TikTok right now. I would say if your strategy is to stop actively selling and start collecting referral fees, some of the most successful real estate influencers that I've seen, that's what they're doing. They're not actively transacting. They are collecting referral fees from all over the country, sending them out to their referral partners, and getting a check. So, Instagram, in my opinion, is far better for what we do. for the industry that we are in, where we need to be connecting with local audiences, because the goal is conversion. The goal is to get that call, hey, I need help buying or selling. Instagram has the benefit of you can cross-post to Facebook, so it's just one less place that you have to post. The style on Instagram, as I'm sure you've all seen, versus TikTok, is that Instagram is a lot more professional. It's a lot more for brands and for people that want to have a page that is basically a website that you can go to. And think of your Instagram page as a website for you, about you, for your business. TikTok is definitely a lot more spontaneous, authentic, quirky, all that kind of stuff. The audience on TikTok is going to be international. So putting your content on there doesn't hurt if you just want to get that one more thing, but you're not going to be reaching and targeting the audiences that you really want to as a realtor. The user behavior on Instagram is geared much more towards connection. Even recently, in a lot of press conferences they have said that they are pushing the algorithm more towards, we want to see the saves. We don't want to see likes as much as we want to see engaging in the content. We want to see engaging with the content and engaging with each other. They want to be a social platform like that. Whereas TikTok is geared towards entertainment. So just scroll, and it's a volume, numbers kind of game on TikTok, whereas Instagram, we're really focusing on quality over quantity. The target demographic on Instagram is also a little older. I mean, I know people are starting to buy houses very young, but I think a target demographic on Instagram is going to be more in the range of people you're looking to connect with that might be buying or selling. And people go to that platform not with the intent of looking for a real estate agent, but they sure do not go to TikTok looking for a real estate agent. On Instagram too, you have the benefit of having all sorts of different content. You can do your photos, you can do your carousel posts, you can do your stories, you can do lives, you can even do guides. I don't know if anybody here has dug into that at all. I encourage you to explore that. But TikTok is vertical video only. It is more possible to go viral on TikTok, but in my opinion, it is more valuable to go viral on Instagram. All right, so I kind of already touched on a lot of these points throughout the presentation, but as this industry continues to get more competitive, more popularized with the selling sunsets and all that kind of stuff, everybody thinking that it is so fabulous to be a realtor, it's essential to stay relevant with building your video library online. As your video archive grows, so will your opportunities to capture and convert leads that are already qualified and excited to work with you. So I didn't really elaborate on it earlier, but with Google and YouTube, you're getting a different quality of viewership as opposed to Instagram and Facebook. Because like I said, people are not going to Facebook and Instagram with the intent of finding a realtor. However, people that are going to YouTube and Google, their intent is different. Oftentimes, what do we go to YouTube for? Research. To get answers and get nuanced answers instead of just quick feedback. The viewership is a lot longer on YouTube, which is why YouTube can support 15, 20, 30-minute long videos, whereas TikTok, I mean, would not exist today if they had started out trying to go for 10, 15, 20-minute videos. So I would say that you could leverage your video investment the most by posting to all of these platforms. So by posting to all of those, you're just going to feed back more into all of these things that work together to make you findable online and build a brand for you online. All right, so now I just want to get into like the actual nitty gritty. We got Carol on screen.
Talk to you.
So, let's see, I may have to restart this slide over. So, we're going to actually talk about how do you post your videos. And it's not easy. How many are iPhone in here? It's nearly everybody iPhone? Okay, wonderful. Because I don't know how to do this on Android, and I'm not going to try. I'm going to show you how to do it on an iPhone. So, just to give you a little bit of a look at what it is like to work with us and what your deliverables look like. So these are our listing websites. So every time that you book a package with us, everything you book with us comes with a complimentary listing website to host everything. This will be, let's see. So this is what your email delivery will look like. And it's going to have your download link. We'll go to that in a minute. And then it's going to have your branded and unbranded property website. Your unbranded property website can host your Matterports, your videos, your photos, and it doesn't have your brand on it. So it's appropriate to link in the comments at MLS, on MLS. The branded you have your pretty photo section. It's automatically a slideshow on every one of them. However, if you book a video, you can make this portion right here above the fold into your video. You have your video section. It hosts 3D tours here. And then on your branded, you have a content section, a contact form that automatically forwards to your email. You can customize every bit of this with your brand. That can be your photo, your logo, your information on there. That contact form will, like I said, forward to your email that we have on file for you. And another cool thing too, before I leave, I don't have comments added, but you can literally add a comment or caption underneath every single photo, and it will automatically populate in this area listing details, bed, bath, square footage, all that good stuff. And this is a little floor plan section that got buried down here too. The nice thing about this, I don't have it set up currently. They do have an interactive floor plan option that we include with every floor plan that will let you click through it, kind of like a Matterport, but it's static. Is everybody familiar with Matterport in here? I'm talking like I'm assuming, but all right. So then in your delivery emails, you're also going to get the download link. It will prompt you to pay for your order if you haven't done that yet, but this one is unlocked, of course. And then it'll have an option for you to download every individual photo in case you just want to pull some for social media, or you can download right here. As you see, it's a checkable option. It automatically formats all of your images to be print size for anything you want to print out, full resolution, and then web size, which is a reduced size appropriate for the MLS. Super, super convenient. You don't ever have to reorder your images and deal with all of that BS on the back end. Sorry, we got a lot of photos here. Okay, so then you'll get to your video section, and this is the part I really want you guys to pay attention to. I am going to use Carol's as an example. I'm sorry to pick on you, Carol. It is actually simpler. What I'm about to show you, it's actually simpler just to download and upload a horizontal video with no additional sound. All the videos for listing videos will come with music. It will already be edited to music, and you just have to download it and post it. With the vertical videos, or if you want to use a trending sound, one of those sounds you can only get on Instagram or TikTok, I'm going to show you how to do that and how to take it off the platform, get it onto your phone, and then post it to Facebook, Instagram, wherever. So I'm going to download this here. You can also have the option to download your property websites. Everything, like I said, will come with branded and unbranded. And then while we wait for that, okay. So I'm gonna.
You're not gonna play the volume, are you?
No. Maybe.
You definitely need to put music or something.
We're gonna search for it. We'll find you, Carol.
Well, Shantina also has a version that's very similar.
Shantina posted her.
Y'all need to
Carol
listen to
did
her. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do from here, everybody has an iPhone almost. I'm sorry. You're going to want to go to your iCloud Drive. So on your phone, that app is called Files. But you can access that same app from your laptop or desktop. I actually have a Windows PC I work off of at home, so it's even less convenient. If you have a MacBook, you could literally airdrop it to your phone, but I'm going to show you as if this were a PC and I'm trying to get it on an iPhone. So, lost my page. I've got my iCloud here. Hold on, it might make me authorize. Thank goodness. So you're going to go to your iCloud Drive. It's iCloud.com. You'll go to iCloud Drive. I have folders already set up, and I have a video folder I work out of. Then this is where you need to be. I'm going to upload here. This was in my recent downloads, and that's Carol's video right there. I did skip this step on how to unzip it. Does everybody know how to unzip a zip file? Okay, I have to ask because some of my more technologically challenged agents. All right, so I'll upload that. That's already uploaded right here though. So I could download that from there. But then I'm gonna show you on the video I added here how you would take it, because I can't just share my phone screen with all of you guys, how you would take it from sorry.
Oh.
From your phone.
That looks like my text.
There we go. So what I did here for Carol's vertical video, and this is what I'll do for anybody that orders a vertical video with us, is you could go through all the steps I just showed you. I'll also text you the video, but that is just to make sure there's no quality loss in between transferring. But I'll also pick a trending sound for you. So I go through and I find something that's kind of on its way up in hopes that you'll get a little bit more traffic to your video from that sound. And then this is how you add it. I'll DM you the sound on Instagram. So this is adding it into the Instagram editor. So that's the video itself. She's talking in this video. So I turn up her audio on the camera. I do send you the video with and without the music. If you want to use without the music, you'll turn down the music so you can actually hear yourself talk if you are talking. Otherwise, it'll just be the song and you won't even have to go through that step. So that's the second step. Let me show you. So you'll take your sound here from the DMs, or whatever sound you like. If you are savvy enough to go pick a sound and you like something, please, by all means. And you'll take your video that you downloaded to your phone. So when you go to your iCloud Drive, you'll go into your files section, and I didn't put that on video, I'm sorry. And then you'll download it and save it to your phone. Then you'll go to the Instagram app. You'll pull the video out of Instagram. add it in. You'll have your sound automatically added if you went through the DMs, but if you go to just your video first, you'll go to audio here at the top left-hand corner. And that'll be up here. And from there, you can search any audio, you can add something you like better. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. And then as I showed you, you'll turn up your audio, down the music if you have a speaking section. And then you'll just watch it through, make sure everything looks right, write your caption and post it. Or save it to your drafts if you want to save it for later.
Less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If she sends it to you that way and you just use her audio, it might take 5 minutes.
And if you get any hang-ups, I'm here to help. So,
I will say when you go to the part where the first time it was a little tricky because I didn't want to hit next. I think you have to hit next to do the audio sliders up and down, and I felt like if I was going next, I was going too far, but you do have to hit next to get to that.
yeah, it is weird. They're getting better with that Instagram video editor every day. It is pretty solid now, but this is the last page you ever want to end on. You don't want to hit anything after that unless you're ready to post. But there is a page before that that's like a review where you can add in your captions and those kind of tools. And then the section before that is where you would actually be editing. When you get all these things on the left, that's when you're adding in your clips. And then the screen after that is when you're cutting in your clips. Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
So would you use, this is where so I have that video on Reels and it posted to my page, and I also have the slider clicked of going to Facebook, but I don't know where it goes on Facebook because I haven't seen it on Facebook.
So this is the weird thing about Facebook. Let me try to, unfortunately I can't show you on a computer.
My reels don't go to Facebook either.
Some of my stuff does and some doesn't. I don't know what.
It is an option to check on that last screen on Instagram, but you actually have to go like you're making a regular post on Facebook. It's such a new feature, they haven't troubleshooted it yet, and I would have shown you how to do that, but it's bound to change next week. So go to your Instagram, post the video like a regular post, and that should post it as a reel.
Okay.
But also on Instagram, when you post it, you should have your Instagram account connected to Facebook. Does anybody not have their Instagram account connected to Facebook?
Yeah, let's connect it because it'll take my regular post
Yes.
to Facebook.
The thing I found is it won't show you back that post on Facebook. Even when I do it, when I post my Instagram Reels to Facebook, I'll look at my Instagram analytics and see that I got views from Facebook and get notified in Facebook that I had views, but I can't find it
But you don't know
anywhere.
when. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how-
It's just out there somewhere. That's a deeper lesson about the internet. It's all out there somewhere, so be careful.
So you're saying if you posted the video or the reel on Instagram, but as a post, it will post it on Facebook as a reel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and they're linked together, and I'm sure they'll continue to flesh that out because, like I said, I mean, they're all moving to that vertical video stuff now, but it is still very buggy on Facebook. So my recommendation would just be to check it on also share to Facebook on your Instagram, and then if you really just want to make sure, put it on Facebook as a normal feed post.
So could you also then you have to manually, you can download the reel with the audio, I'm thinking insert, and then upload it to your YouTube short?
Yes.
Would it translate fine that way?
Yes.
Okay. And then I have a list of questions. But then are you also, are hashtags a thing? Use it or don't use it?
So I love you asked about hashtags. They are in the process, I just recently read about, they're in the process of phasing out hashtags. Hashtags are getting less and less effective because they are moving to a keyword-based system. So Instagram is starting to shift its platform to being more of a search engine, kind of like Pinterest. So they're pulling keywords from your post, posts. They're actually able, I'm pretty sure they have like listeners on videos and stuff, like not actual people, but robots that listen to it and listen for the words, how they can automatically add captions, put that into their search engine and stuff like that. So hashtags are quickly becoming obsolete.
So hashtags to what was the word that you used for captions? Is that what
Keywords. Keywords. So yeah, just make sure you're using the words that would be important.
So would you recommend on Google My Business, offloading, even though it's not current?
Start dumping it.
Dumping it?
Start dumping it.
All at once?
Yeah, don't do it all at once. I would start doing once a
Or a
week.
time.
I would start doing once a week, updating it, and that starts to tell Google this person is an active user on Google. We're going to start serving them up.
I could do like a couple at a time.
Yeah, you could do as many as 10, 15.
What are we updating?
Google My Business.
Will we run out?
You can like post things on Google?
Yep, if you go in your Google admin, let me see if I can access it. I don't know if I'm logged in on this.
No, we were just saying, we never heard it referred to as Google My Business. I just thought it was a Google business page.
Yes, yes, yes.
Once you register the Google My Business page, or whatever you're calling it, you will get a authentication postcard to whatever address you put on your Google My Business.
Yeah.
You're exactly right.
I just didn't know you could post things to your phone.
Absolutely.
Yep.
you can.
So yeah, this is your profile manager. You could easily just add photos. As you've seen, I've posted a few to our page. You know, obviously the viewership, but 17 people looked at them. So one of those 17 people might be a potential client. And it's just continuing to feed the machine what it wants and continue to maintain your online presence. So if you decide one day, I'm going to go all in on Google Business and I'm going to be the first damn search result when people look up a real estate agent in Cartersville, Georgia, you already have the foundation there. It doesn't have to be that deep.
Where are you putting these videos then?
You can post them to Google My Business.
No, I meant like, okay, just as like a.
It'll say create post.
Let me show you back.
By the way, does Google work the same way that Instagram's going to work? No hashtags, it's just going to be keywords?
I didn't know if Google ever used hashtags, did
Oh,
they?
didn't.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But remember, if you're posting something in there as like just listed or coming soon or whatever, you still have to follow social media protocol with, as soon as it's under contract or sold, it has to be moved to that sold file. If not, you're advertising a listing that is not available. Hello, Zillow.
Yeah, please ask your broker about Greg guidelines because I'm not an expert. Is it Greg?
Yeah, it's Greg. It's a big Greg thing.
So you went to create post, and that's how you added the video?
Or add photo. Same thing.
Okay.
Video, it looks like videos plural are allowed. So it's not just one video. You can just continue to update it with videos. And then I would use a cover photo too, because that's going to be associated. So I'm still working on a lot of this back end stuff, but let me look this up.
Is the cover photo now what's showing, which is in front of this building?
Yeah, let's look. Yep. So this is like the Google Maps, what they're showing, and then somebody went in and added you guys' sign to the first photo. It has a logo on file, and this is everything you guys have on file for the office.
So I can change that on my Google page to whatever photo I want.
Exactly. It just builds out that listing to be complete. So, and
So
then,
did I hear you say that we don't necessarily have to do the point and dance videos, but as long as we kind of are in some of them, like, so they see and know you're a real person, but
yes, yes. And I have a lot of agents. So,
for the record.
I'll show you some
The
examples.
only one locally I've ever seen look good doing it is Morgan. You know, like, she's got it. She can keep doing that.
Let's see.
The other night,
I've done a lot of things. Let's see.
I don't know if it's the wrinkles.
I need a neck job.
Are there any other questions I didn't answer? I know everybody's probably getting ready to eat. I'm a little behind too.
Quick question
Yeah.
about my vertical that you made for me.
Okay.
If I had decided and thought about it before you actually came there, you would probably have taken verticals and not have to stitch together those collage and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, yes.
I'll
So,
keep that in mind.
I do agent on camera. I didn't show you guys a ton of examples of that. It's definitely something we work very closely one-on-one to do, but it's nothing to be afraid of. I work with a lot of women, so I understand the concerns that we have about how we look on camera. So I work really hard to make everybody look like a rock star.
What would be like your top 3 tips on us doing video of ourselves, like the way we're speaking or how we're presenting ourselves? What are some good tips for us?
Less is more. Keep it simple. A short script is great, but sometimes you can come off very stiff if it's too scripted. So I would say focus on your realm of expertise, something that you could really talk about naturally. You might want to get a light script, like a rough draft to inform what you're going to say, but I would not memorize it verbatim because you're going to look like a robot talking like this with my script. I don't know. Do you have any other questions, Carol? Did that answer your question?
That did answer my question.
So Carol and I were talking, I think, that day about this at the Waterside listing, that, I tend to not say, what maybe we should, the 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 3,500 square feet,
So I love you say that. That's important to buyers, but I always tell my people, especially when we're working through what they're going to say, is we need to say something grabby. Especially with a vertical video, you need to have a couple of precise, very descriptive words that you can say about that listing. So Waterside Drive, for example, I would say something like, and with energy, you want to make sure you communicate on camera with energy. It's always better to be a little more over the top than not enough, because over the top shows well on camera. So for something like that, I probably would have opened something very short, 1 to 2 sentences max. Check out this, what would you call it, a mountaintop? This mountain estate, mountain retreat with panoramic views. Say it with energy, cut to the rest of it.
That's what I prefer. Less.
Anything else? Well, I do want to show you guys this. Hold on. Last thing, I do have a promotional for you guys' brokerage. This is our website. This is a QR code to take you to the website. We're still working on building it out, but there is a booking portal at the bottom. For your first video, our videos start at a flat rate of $500. It includes drone photography and video. It reduces your first video to a cost of $350. So you get $150 off your first video. Use the code. Something I will give you a disclaimer about, on the website, our listing photography packages are a little more expensive than what we offer to Atlanta Communities. Because Kate does hold a license with Atlanta Communities, just bear in mind that your listing photography costs will be a little lower, and I'll adjust that on the back end. But if you do like online booking, that's a great way to go look and see what's available. Go ahead and lock something down. And we also love to just talk with you one-on-one. So we're happy to take your booking in person the good old-fashioned way. Or on the phone.
Do you ever do commercial listings? And is there a big benefit to doing like all the bells and whistles for, I guess it depends on the listing.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a conversation I would like to have with you. I have done plenty of commercial stuff, anywhere from doctor's offices to I've done warehouses. I mean, those are so different as far as each need. But yes, we do help with commercial listings. Thank you. All right. right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up and get out of here. Stop bothering you guys if that's everything. Thank you so much for your time this morning and for bearing with my haven't presented anything in so long. So I hope it was all right. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Whew.